This is how I feel about how us as Pitch Black, a company, did throughout the year. I'm really glad that we got to touch on sort of the darker, more experimental subjects. Like in early on, I think one of my favourite projects was the very first one we did, which was the experience where the audience came in and we immediately created an atmosphere around them. I really liked that we sort of, as a group, really came up with this idea of a darker, sort of unpredictable type immersive theatre, just like Punch Drunk. And I like that we kind of carried on that theme throughout the year with sort of Dorian Gray and that kind of use of media. Because me, as sort of a drama student, hadn't really been able to touch on that a lot. The kind of theatre I've always done has been quite straightforward audience performance type theatre, so I really like changing it up and being able to sort of have that more immersive kind of in the round kind of theatre. Um, I liked for our final project that we were able to kind of decide things as a group. There wasn't much friction in the group. We kind of went with an idea, went with it, and then our first idea, which initially was going to be the asylum fairy tale, we sort of went along that path and then it kind of changed naturally. Like, it wasn't like one person was like, no, I want to do this. It was very much as a group we went down this path, and then it naturally changed and twisted until we all felt, no, that's not what we want to do. We want to do this project instead. And that was really nice that we sort of had the freedom to be able to change our ideas, and just go with it as a group and really go full force with it. Um, so yeah, I'm really glad that we got to touch on a lot of subjects this year. I'm happy with who I worked with. I think we all put a lot of effort in different ways. I know that I was more of kind of the technical kind of side of things, and I really liked being able to go out and bring things such like props and costumes and kind of go out and be the person that did a lot of things. I know that Fraser was very good at kind of bringing the ideas together. Like, we would all kind of be sharing our thoughts, and he would be really the one who would bring it as a company together. But yeah, no, I think we all put a lot in, especially for our final project. I'm proud of it. I think it went well. In terms of what we initially said that we wanted to do, I think we went up completely the opposite direction in a way. I mean, we still stuck to being the darker theatre, but in a more children's theatre, which I don't think any of us expected. But like I said before, that was just kind of where our ideas and our things kind of led us naturally, which was really nice. Um, yeah, but no, I'm really happy with our final project. The idea of doing Oyster Boy with all his friends, and that idea of reality versus the dream world, I think that was a really nice thing that we all came up with. We all contributed a lot of ideas that went into the final project, and I hope the audience received it well. Um, yeah, I think that's all my points. Our influences being Punch Drunk primarily, which is really nice because I'm a huge fan of Punch Drunk. I think their work is amazing, and um, bringing theatre into a new age, which I think it needs. Because as much as I love theatre, I know that it's not for everyone, and I know that if they get to have that interactive kind of response, it might pull people more in. And yeah, one idea that I think we liked, it didn't go off like amazingly, but I really liked the idea was when we did our presentation and we did it in the style of a marketplace, because I think that it's such a new way of doing it's just such a new way of doing something, and that's what I really want to do with theatre, is find new ways of doing theatre and recreating plays, or the way you set up theatre and that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm happy with Pitch Black. I'm proud and happy to have been a part of the company this year. Yeah, so I think that's everything. I've probably forgotten a bunch of points, but yeah, so that's what I thought individually of our company and the work that we did this year. Oh, and just to mention, the piece we did on time and life, that was another proud one for us. I really, really like that idea. I think that was well done by us, and the idea behind it, I was really loved. So yeah, okay.